Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing okay. Drop me a comment down below, let me know how your day is going. Today we're going to be doing this look. Testing I Heart Revolution. They don't have a full face of makeup, they don't do foundation, they don't do brow pencil, they don't do an eye primer. But everything else is theirs, so I'm not going to be doing a wear test because the foundation isn't theirs. But I will be showing you my first impressions of everything, showing you how it works, giving you my opinion. Please know that if you like any of the products that I don't like, or if you dislike any of the products that I do like, that is absolutely fine. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. But if you want to hear my opinion, then you can keep on watching. If you enjoy this video, please do consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing if you like this sort of content. But other than that, I think that's everything, so let's get on with it. So dreaded headband is in and we are going to start with primer. I have the Strawberry Whip Pore Blurring Primer. I don't know why, but when I bought this it was kind of covered in oil and I didn't notice until I got it home. I don't know if that's anything to do with the product, but okay, it kind of went all over my hand. It's not the colour I was expecting it to be. I sort of expected it to be white, I don't know why, but it's sort of like a foundation colour for slightly darker skin tone. Doesn't smell like strawberries, rather disappointed in that. And the thing with pore blurring primers is I don't think it's meant to make your pores look any different on your actual skin. I think when you put your foundation over it, it's meant to sort of fill your pores so that your foundation looks flawless. So the real test will be when I put on foundation, which will be now. Okay, so foundation on. Next up is concealer. This is the Heartbreaker concealer in the shade Buttermilk. I will say, they have 18 shades of this, which is good. It's better than a lot of brands. However, when you consider that they are a sister brand of Revolution who have like, what, 40 shades of their concealer, it just makes me a bit sad because this is aimed at a younger audience and I feel like to be less inclusive towards those younger people who are starting to get into makeup maybe is a bit sad. I really wish they would expand their range. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this already and I haven't even put it on my face yet. It does have a little cute heart-shaped doe foot, which I think a lot of people will love, and that's why it should be more inclusive. Okay, on second thoughts, I actually don't like the doe foot. I don't think it picks up enough product, and also I don't think this is giving me much coverage. I'm going to try putting on another layer and seeing if that helps. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure about this. It's not great in my opinion. I would definitely go and pick the Revolution Conceal and Define or Conceal and Hydrate over this one. It is cute packaging, it does have a cute doe foot, but I'd rather have makeup that does a bit more than this. I just feel it's not covered as much as I would like it to. We have powder. All I've done is taken it out of the box. This is the peach scented baking powder. This is the lightest they do. They do a light, medium and dark, and they do a translucent, but I couldn't find the translucent in my Superdrug. Comes with a little puff thing. Great, cool, whatever. Is it peach scented? If you say so, Makeup Revolution. The fact that it's not translucent is slightly scaring me. Has that added colour? I don't think it's too noticeable, so I'll carry on. Okay, it is not looking great on my forehead. However, I am just going to say that I've been having issues with my forehead looking and being incredibly dry recently. I don't know why. I don't know how to fix it, but it looks like it's, you know when you've been out in the sun for too long and then you get sunburn and then it starts to peel? It kind of looks like that constantly. So if we ignore my forehead because it's just not working, although I guess if you have dry skin, whatever combination I put on my forehead isn't going to work for you. On the rest of my face, it's not looking great on my nose. Overall, I don't think it's a bad powder. I will still use it, but it's not the best. I don't really know how I feel about it. This is an odd situation. Also, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but I think something is oxidizing on my face. I feel like it has to be the powder because I've used the foundation so many times. I know that that's fine. I think from far away it looks fine. So let's just go with that. Okay, next up we have this. It is the Bronze and Glow Bronze and Highlight Duo. It does come in their very cute chocolate bar packaging, which I do think is cute, I will admit. Here it is, you have a highlight and a bronzer. The highlight looks maybe too dark for me, but I'm going to use it anyway because I didn't pick up another one. And the bronzer looks kind of cool toned to be a bronzer, so we'll see how that goes as well. Okay, on the skin it kind of looks more warm than it does in the pan. Or maybe I'm just having issues with my colours. It's not bad. Okay, again, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the bronzer. It's sort of not warm enough but also not cool enough. It's sort of a weird in between, which I think some people like because it means you can do both contour and bronzer in one go. Personally I prefer it to be one or the other so that I can choose which one I do. But yeah, it's not too bad. I will come back to the highlighter. I'm just going to do blush first. For blush I picked up the Heartbreakers matte blush in the shade Brave. Again, super cute packaging. The only issue with this is I'm not sure how I'm going to store it in my makeup storage. Not quite the shade I was expecting, but that's on me. That's my fault. I've just sort of taken a mixture of the two. Okay, it's actually quite nice on the skin. It's not as pigmented as I thought it was going to be. You know what, I don't know how well it's coming across on camera, but after being slightly scared by the colour in the pan, I really like this. I think it's a really pretty shade. I think it goes well with my skin tone. I quite like it, guys. Okay, and now back to this for the highlight. Is it giving me a cast? I don't think it has, so actually the shade is fine for my skin tone. Okay, I quite like the highlighter. So overall for this product, it's not bad. Oh shoot, I haven't been saying the prices. Prices will be in the description box, but I'm pretty sure everything was under a tenner, so yeah, I quite like this. I prefer the highlight to the bronzer, but I'll still use the bronzer, that's not an issue. So yeah, this is alright. The highlight makes it better though. Okay, I think now I'm going to just try and do something with my brows before I do my eyes, and I picked up the Tasty Avocado Brow Gel in Ash Brown. I don't know how many shades they have of this. They only had 3 in my Superdrug, I think. Not the worst colour match. Ooh, tiny spoolie. Kind of reminds me a lot of the Benefit Gimme Brow, which gives me a lot of hope. It looks like it matches my hair quite well. I will run a pencil through them as well, don't worry. I quite like this. It's kind of a wet formula in my opinion. It's a lot more liquidy than the Benefit Gimme Brow, but I quite like it. The shade isn't too bad at all. Yeah, I don't think it's done much to really set my brows in place, but that's kind of fine for me. But yeah, I quite like it. I'm just going to use the Benefit Precise My Brow Pencil on my brows as well, and then I will zoom you in and we will do the eyes. This is the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using. It's the Black Cherry Chocolate Bar palette. I have used their Lemon Drizzle Chocolate Bar palette, and I have one of their mini Chocolate Orange palettes. I quite like both of those, but as you can see with this, the colour scheme doesn't really do anything for me, and I find that with a lot of the chocolate bar palettes by Heartrevolution. No offense to the brand or anybody who loves their chocolate bar palettes, I love them too. I think they're perfectly good quality and they're relatively cheap. I think they're like $8.99. However, the colour schemes just never really appeal to me. It's a shame, but yeah. So looking at this palette, I don't know what to do with it. So this look isn't going to be too exciting or extravagant or anything like that. I just want to test the shadows to see if they work and see how they work. So please don't expect anything too great for today. I have primed my eyes using the Makeup Revolution Prime and Lock eyeshadow base. So going in with a pencil brush and the shade Succulent, I'm just going to start by patting that on. Works. Okay, so that built up quite nicely, to be completely honest. It does look a tiny bit patchy, but that's probably just how I've packed it on, not really the palette's fault. Next, I'm going in with the shade Pie, which is just a slightly lighter purple on a different pencil brush. Okay, so that is very pigmented. I went a bit overboard on the inner corner. I quite like it. It's a nice colour. It's very similar to the other shade, maybe just slightly more pink. I will fix the blending, don't panic. So now I really want to go in with the shade Comfort, which is this red here, but I don't know how well it's going to go. Well, I want to try the shade, so I'm going to put it on anyway. Okay, I really like that shade. I'm glad that I added it. Now I'm just going to go back through those shades and fix the blending. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. I'm just going to go in with the shade Liquor, which is a lot darker, and I'm just going to use that to darken up the blend. Okay, and there we go. I actually quite like that Liquor shade. I think it did a really good job of deepening it without changing the tone too much, because it is sort of that blackberry purpley sort of colour. Now, what to use on the lid? I'm obviously drawn to like the minty blue colour, but I don't know how well that's going to go. I think I'm going to go with Twizzle, this one here, because I think that'll go quite nicely. And I'm going to put a little bit of this just on the outer corner and probably around the edge, just to help that blend into those darker colours a bit. Okay, so using that shade completely dry, I do think it's quite pretty. I'm okay with this. I'm not going to wet it. Okay, I quite like that. The shade's quite pretty. I have got a little bit of fallout just under my eyes, but I will brush that away. sorted. Yeah, I'm just going to do my lower lash line. I'm not going to talk through it because I talk through it every time and it's always the same. So yeah, I'm just going to do that, fix the blend a little bit because it is looking a little bit patchy. Yeah. Not sure why that is. Okay, so I feel like the look is a tad more dramatic than I was going for, but that's fine. I'm just going to quickly catch up the other eye. Okay, so there we go. The eyes are looking a bit more similar. They don't match perfectly, but the point is that I tested the eyeshadows and that's the main thing. And I quite like the palette. The formula is fine. I've managed to do a look, kind of. And the shimmers were quite nice too, and actually I find that shimmers are very hit and miss with a lot of brands. Am I blown away by the colour scheme? No. The colours I used were absolutely fine. There are a lot of browns in here, some more warm toned, some more cool toned, so if that's your thing then it's quite nice. The shimmers are lovely. I think it's a fine palette, and I've said this before about these chocolate bar palettes. If you can find a colour scheme that you like, I do think they're worth it. It's just I don't see me reaching for this palette as often as I would with my other palettes just because of the colour scheme. So yeah, it's good if you can find the colours that you want. Next up we have a mascara to test. It's the Tasty Avocado mascara with avocado oil. They did also have a peach one. I have no idea what the difference between the two of them are. Oh, okay, so it's kind of a spiky plastic bristled wand. It's not too big, which is great. Yeah, let's give it a go. Okay, so mascara is on and I actually quite like it. Personally, I go for mascaras that are lengthening, separating. I don't like clumpy lashes. I just don't. And this has sort of done that. I'm going to zoom you in so you can fully see the eyes and everything. But I quite like this mascara. If it doesn't transfer to my lower lash line throughout the day, which I'm going to have to test on a completely different day because I have other videos to film. And if it doesn't do that, this is a new favourite. Okay, so here we go. I hope you can sort of see. It's not groundbreaking. I think it's just given me a little bit of length and it's obviously covered my lashes black. It's separated them quite nicely. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the MUA mascara that I tested in terms of the brush, but I definitely prefer this one. I think it does a lot more for my lashes. So yeah, and also this is the eye look. I quite like the shimmers and the colours I used, so yeah, there's that. Let's zoom you back out, only a little bit left. So all I have left is setting spray and lipstick. I should have done my setting spray before my mascara, but I completely forgot. This is the chocolate cherry fixing spray. Let's just check the mister. Did you see that? No. It kind of just comes out in one spot, which isn't what you want from a setting spray. You want a mist. You don't want it to like squirt you in the face. I don't really know what to do with this. I'm not putting it on my face. See if you can see it. Can you see that? No, this is a no. Solid no. No. Okay, so without setting spray, we're going to do lips. This is the I Heart Revolution Tasty Peach Soft Peach Liquid Lipstick in the shade Nectarine. They had a few of these. I went for these because they're a liquid lipstick. They do quite a lot of glosses. They have the chocolate glosses and the cherry glosses as far as I know. The chocolate glosses being more brown and the cherry glosses being more red. I have two of the chocolate glosses in the shades Mocha and Chocolate Fudge or something like that. They are very pigmented, they work lovely, they're just not shades for me and I don't use them very often. So I picked up this in the hope that I will prefer it. If that's meant to smell like peach, I don't like it. Okay, I think it looks a bit more red on camera than it does in real life. It is a very nice colour. I actually love the colour. I hate the smell. Whatever it smells like, I absolutely hate it. It's terrible. I'm hoping that smell will disappear. So we'll give this a second to see if it just dries down. But I really like the shade. What do you guys think? I don't think it matches the eyes, especially on camera, because the eyes look so much more pink on camera and the lips look so much more red on camera. I don't think they match very well, but yeah, I quite like it. Time for final thoughts. We'll start with the things I liked. I liked the brow gel, I liked the lip colour, I liked the mascara, providing it doesn't transfer. I liked the blush. I kind of like this. This is kind of in the middle. The eyeshadow palette, also kind of in the middle. They're both fine. I prefer the highlight over the bronzer. I like it, but the colours aren't great. Both kind of in the middle. And also the powder, I feel like I'm going to have to test it with different foundations and see how it works, and also test it when my forehead isn't a mess and trying to ruin my life. Bottom of the pack for me is the concealer, partially because of the shade range, not going to lie. But I do think that needs to be taken into consideration. But also it just didn't provide me the coverage that I wanted. Just before I carry on, actually, I will still use the products that I don't like to use them up to ensure that I'm not just adding to landfill. I will find a use for them, please don't worry. Also, setting spray was a massive no. I don't know if it's just mine, if I had like a dud or something, and I know they do other setting sprays that I should probably give them a try, but I'm not putting that on my face. It would just ruin absolutely everything. So I think overall, I'm quite a fan. Overall, I'm happy with the look. I think iHeartRevolution is a very inexpensive brand, so if you want to check them out, I support that. Maybe just skip out on the concealer, but that's just my opinion. If you love the concealer, that's absolutely fine. But yeah, I would definitely recommend giving them a go, and if you do, let me know what you think. But I think that's everything. So if you like this video, please do consider giving it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you like this sort of content. I do have other testing videos coming soon. I'm about to film a testing Beauty Bay video that'll be up in the next couple of weeks. So if you want to see that, just subscribe and keep watching my videos. But other than that, I hope you have a great day and I will see you soon. Bye.